Welcome to the baddest YouTube channel in the land. This is Rod OG, straight from the OG community. How we doing today, fam? I'm having a terrific day. Here, I got another, when I say another banger for you guys. This one here is about some mythical creatures that, well, frankly, we got a little bit more information on, but it's still up to you guys to determine what you think. But before we get into this video, let's make sure that everybody stopping through is hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell notification, also hyping these videos up. Come on now, let's hype them up so we can get them through the algorithm. But without much ado, let's get into it.
Dude, you see that?
What the hell is, oh my God.
Her hair's moving. Those are snakes.
No way, it's real. Keep it down, she's gonna hear us.
Oh, she's looking over here.
Dude, she sees us. We need to go. Now.
So you mean to tell me they got a cookbook for trolls? Do y'all see this? You don't make a cookbook for imaginary creatures. Wow. Well, y'all do remember the cartoon where the Goblin Queen went to grab a troll off the tree and they eat him. I'm just saying.
This footage comes from Brazil and appears to capture a timid mud troll in its natural habitat.
Aí pra trás tem mais quantos? Você tá saindo de qual cela e de qual ala? Cela 4 e a ala.
Bora, bota a cara pra cima aí.
Some people claim it's an escapee from a nearby Brazilian prison, while others believe it isn't merely an ordinary mud troll, but a very powerful shape-shifting overlord.
Diz teu nome aí. Como é teu nome?
Mike Souza da Silva.
Fugou mais Foi isso?
Trolls, gnomes, fairies, and such creatures are often regarded as folklore and fairy tale creatures. But is there any truth to the legend of such creatures? Stay tuned. I may just have some. Historically, society has mixed opinions. Historians tend to reside on the side of such beings being fiction. Trolls come to us from Nordic folklore, including Norse mythology. Tales of trolls dwelling in isolated areas such as mountains and caves date all the way back to the 9th century. Now, gnomes are a slightly different creature. Dating back to the 16th century, gnomes are thought to be small creatures more closely resembling man than trolls. Gnomes were believed to live underground, but again, largely regarded as legend or folklore. Back in 2013, the Ring doorbell and doorbell cameras began sweeping the nation as a must-have in personal property security measures. And since Americans have added cameras to their front porches in the last decade, some pretty remarkable and unexplainable things have begun to surface in these odd little cloud-kept videos. Take the footage we're about to look at, for example. This video was recorded in Texas just a few years ago. It was uploaded to YouTube by the owner, in search of answers. As of today, he's no closer to answers. However, the video seems to depict either trolls or gnomes exploring his driveway. It sounds crazy, I know, but without further ado, let's take a look. You can judge for yourselves. I'm at a loss, guys. Some people have tried to explain the footage away as large birds or even owls walking around the drive. I'm sorry, but I just don't see that. But I really want to know, what do you guys think they are? Please leave me your thoughts in the comments, because I'm really curious what you guys have to say about this one. As always, be sure to follow, and know that Quick Note Conspiracies is now on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow and subscribe on all of our social media outlets. Also, be sure to follow our backup page here on TikTok. It's at Quick Note Conspiracies 2. That's TOO. Until next time, truth seekers, thanks.
Did you know that before Medusa was personally destroyed by the gods, it wasn't because she was too beautiful, but because she became the scapegoat the gods needed? In the earliest versions of the myth, she wasn't born a monster. She was a girl from a sea god bloodline who was still forced to live as a mortal, chosen to serve in Athena's temple, spending her days looking up at nothing but a cold statue of a goddess. Until one day, Poseidon saw her in a crowd, and in that look there was no mercy, only possession. When Medusa was alone in the sanctuary offering sacrifice, he broke in, and at the feet of the idol, he took her by force, leaving her trapped in a relationship she never once got the chance to consent to. Afterward, the angriest one was Athena, not because she defended the harmed girl, but because she fixated on a defiled temple. She couldn't punish Poseidon, a fellow god, so she pressed all her rage and shame onto Medusa. Golden hair twisted into hissing venomous snakes, eyes turned into a curse that petrified anyone who looked directly at her. Then she cast her into a dark wilderness. From that moment on, people used only one word for her: monster. Later, people wanted a hero story. Perseus was sent to kill her. Athena herself handed him a shield flashing with cold light, so he could approach by watching only her reflection, and with one strike, he cut off her head. From the wound sprang a winged white horse and a warrior in golden armor. The glory was written under Poseidon's name, and Medusa's head was nailed onto Athena's shield as a trophy and a warning. So the real question was never, how terrifying was she? It's this: who decided she was a monster? If you also feel something about this story is deeply wrong, comment, "I speak for Medusa," and share this video so more people understand that sometimes the one turned into a demon by myth was, in the beginning, just a victim no one defended.
Did you know Medusa was black? And that it wasn't snakes, the Greeks just never seen dreadlocks before. And she didn't really turn men into stone. They'd just be frozen in awe with her beauty. Unlearn what you've learned. Black is beautiful.
What? The Nagas is ran by Medusa. Medusa, her story was told a little bit in Greek mythology, but it wasn't connected to the Nagas. But she's actually like one of the main goddesses, like one of the head, if you want to call her queen, of the Nagas. So the Nagas, they are gods and goddesses like us, but they have serpent bodies. So they have arm, head, torso, body of serpents. So you're thinking of like a snake, or some of them even have lizard bodies, you know what I'm saying? But majority of them have like half the body of the lower half of a snake. This is the Nagas. They also from the Sirius star system.
And there go actual pictures of statues of the Nagas that was built by people in Kemet and all over the world. So all these statues that motherfuckers still ain't able to build today, half serpent, half goddess, or half god. So when they taught y'all about Medusa in Greek mythology, all right, Medusa was actually Ananuki. Ananuki, we the beginning. We God. We created all these species I'm showing y'all. We created all of them, all right, and everything. All right, so all these beings got powers and they very strong, but none is stronger than us, all right? But the Nagas, okay, the Nagas, the reason Medusa, all right, Medusa was black. She was one of the goddess, all right? And she did not have no fucking snakes in her hair. They were locks, all right? But they always show her hair with snakes because they fear her because she was fucking them up. Not just in this galaxy, but in galaxies all across the goddamn universe. And Medusa was Ananuki, all right? Medusa, when we created the Nagas species, she chose to help run that species. So she's the supreme goddess of the Nagas people. And to this day, Medusa still is the supreme goddess of the Nagas. Y'all think Medusa dead? She never died. They talking about they cut her head off in Greek mythology. That's just symbolic of how they cut off the truth about who the fuck you is. Alright? But she's not dead. In Greek mythology, they tried to hide her though. So when they gave her these snakes, that was them because they feared our locks. They disrespected our locks. So that's why they made her locks look like snakes. You see her? Those are locks. And then they still gonna show her white. Medusa is the fucking goddess of the Nagas, and they fear her because she was fucking them up. Medusa had carbon. These are locks, but they gonna draw her ass white in Greek mythology and made her locks look like snakes because they hated her hair. The Dravidians in India, which we know are human beings, they have hella shit erected to these beings because they know they was real. So you telling me motherfuckers was just drawing all this shit to draw it, huh? Niggas ain't had shit else to do with their time, y'all, so they drew some dumb shit just to draw it, huh? Do y'all know what that's made out of? Do y'all know what, like the type of elements these monuments, or if you want to call them that, or statues are made of? It ain't no lightweight shit, family. It ain't no easy shit to scope, all right? It ain't nothing easy to scope, trust me, because if they could, they would scope it again today, and they can't, nigga. All right?
Here's one of the twistiest roads I have conquered in Europe. If it's not known for the 11 hairpin bands, it got to be the myth behind it. Introducing Trostigen, also known as the Trolls Trail. In Norwegian myths and legends, trolls come in all shapes and sizes. They are the little ones you see as cute souvenirs, but the real deal are giant creatures. They are so big that sometimes they get mistaken for mountains when they are taking a nap. Ascending Trostigen was truly a majestic sight, with each hairpin band offering a new panorama and roads carved into the mountain face. Looking down from the platform, the perspective is truly disorienting. The cascading waterfall, the winding road below, it's hard to tell which way is truly up or down. When you are up there, the roar of Stigfossen waterfall fills the air, leaving misty clouds all around. It's easy to see how these dramatic landscapes inspired the legends of trolls lurking in the mist. While the drive might be a bit nerve-wracking for some, the breathtaking scenery and the touch of Norwegian folklore make it truly unforgettable. 8 out of 10 for the sheer thrill and the scenic beauty.
Medusa is actually real. In the hushed halls of a top-secret laboratory in 2023, scientists stumbled upon a discovery that shook the world. Meet Dr. Emily Grant, a passionate marine biologist with an insatiable curiosity for myths and legends. The azure depths of the Mediterranean Sea is where our tale unfolds. Dr. Grant with her team had embarked on a mission to study ancient sea creatures believed to be long extinct. During the first few weeks, Dr. Grant's underwater excursions revealed nothing more than beautiful corals and elusive marine life. Days turned into weeks, but Dr. Grant, with burning determination, pressed on even as the final day of her expedition drew near. On what was supposed to be her last dive, a mysterious cave beckoned. Inside, she found an ancient stone carving resembling a woman's face with serpents for hair. Dr. Grant, intrigued, ventured deeper. Suddenly, the wall walls shimmered, revealing hidden passages, each leading to a different discovery about Medusa's lore. As she turned a corner, a massive shadow loomed. The face, though stone, had eyes that seemed alive. Dr. Grant's heart raced, realizing she was in the lair of the real Medusa. She swiftly swam towards an exit, narrowly escaping the stone gaze that had claimed so many. Back at her lab, Dr. Grant worked tirelessly, connecting the dots between the lore and her findings. The world watched in awe as Dr. Grant revealed that Medusa, once believed to be a mere myth, was an ancient creature whose DNA still lurked in some deep-sea creatures, causing petrification. But if Medusa's genes are still active, what else from ancient tales lurks beneath? Follow or subscribe for part 2. Medusa is actually real, in the hushed halls of a top-secret laboratory.
This can't be real. I used to see things like this on TikTok or YouTube, and I always blamed AI. But this is real. This is really happening. Please don't look up. Please don't hear me.
Was the movie troll trying to tell us something?
Yeah. Troll.
Are mountains really giants kept in captivity by nature, waiting to be awakened?
Yeah.
Guess okay then me and a tree, feed them with me, queen boss set in the baddest bitch, how supreme, huh?
So obviously in Trolls with the Z, we have the girls getting their power from gems, which is made by the Amber in the Amber Caves. But in DreamWorks Trolls, they get their magic from the music. Well, listen to this shit. Season 7, Episode 7 of Trolls The Beat Goes On gives us an origin of troll gems in this universe. When a troll baby's hair gets cut, it's planted into the ground, and it grows into a plant that has their gem, and it glows when they sing. This is also the first time we've seen Poppy's gem, so talk about shoehorn, but it works for my case, so shut up. Branch is also getting his gem now, probably because his parents, his brothers, and his grandma weren't there to teach him, so he has to do it this late. This dude is so damaged, I feel bad for him constantly. So yes, gem magic exists here too. In fact, Season 8, Episode 7, we go over specific gems and their powers, and they even match the characters with the Z that they're named after. The switching bodies Ruby? Yeah, Ruby from Trolls also knows how to get under people's skin. Topiary Topaz? That's just fashion for trees, bitch. What other abilities do they both share? We see the trolls with an S appearances change according to their mood. Their hair turns white when they're scared and droops when they're sad. Trolls with the Z's hair also droops when they're sad, as seen in Episode 5. Maybe they're not as different as we thought. Actually, they're still super different. But again, shut up! Let me finish. So in that wormhole episode where I thought it was a wasted opportunity that they didn't visit the trolls with a Z, I actually purposely left out that this wormhole opened. They didn't go through it, but we see this volcano. Obviously, a volcano isn't the most distinct thing about Trolls with a Z, but it is one of the last things we see in the last episode. I'd love to suspend my disbelief, but I gotta be honest here. The volcanoes look pretty different, but I'm still rolling with it. You can't stop me.
Wait, so what's the difference between the Phantoms and the Medusa units?
Yeah, so okay. The Phantom specializes in cryptids and paranormal entities, basically the things that dwell in the darkness. What most people consider fiction, and to be completely honest, that's how they would prefer it. This part's crazy, listen to this. They're special forces from all over the world, only the absolute best are even considered. Then, if they pass the harsh requirements that are still top secret to this day because no one knows what they are, then they're flagged. Watched for years, evaluated in silence. No one knows, they don't even know they're being watched. Then, when the time's right, they're offered a choice, stay where they're at in the military career or step into the darkness with almost no promise of return. Then, if they choose to join, their past is erased and they become a true Phantom.
Well, that sounds intense, but what about the Medusa unit?
Okay, so the Medusa unit is in a different league entirely. They're called in for extreme threats, like genetic biological weapons, rogue super soldiers, and powerful extraterrestrial entities. You're not gonna believe this. So there's only 7 known Medusa agents, each with their own unique abilities. Some were genetically engineered like that, and some were just simply born that way. Supposedly, one Medusa soldier equals 1,000 American Special Forces soldiers.
Medusa is actually real, and you don't know about it. In 2021, a Russian girl with the power to turn humans to stone with a single gaze was captured by the Russian government. Alexander Volkov was traveling the remote countryside when he reached a small town looking to refill on supplies. He immediately noticed an eerie silence as he approached the town center, to Alexander's shock. Every inhabitant of Ostrov had been turned into stone statues, their expressions etched in various stages of surprise, fear, and disbelief. After searching most of the town trying to find answers, he heard movement coming from the library inside. He found a girl lying on the floor, a white blindfold covering her eyes. The girl was in a state of shock and could only be heard whispering that she was cursed. The man decided to call the local authorities for help. Alexander and 2 policemen were later found completely solidified in stone. She was eventually captured by the Russian government and is now being held in a secret lab for testing. A diary written by the girl was also found, but its contents were never released to the public.
So yeah, you see them, Jamie? Yeah. I don't know what they're called, but they're, I've never seen them any before, apart from in this really sick documentary called Troll Hunter. And basically, what they are for... It's a documentary, and what they are for is to keep trolls contained in areas. What else could they possibly be for, their massive things?
It's to send electricity to our homes.
No, it's not. That happens underground.
Absolutely not.
Jamie, you know you make yourself sound stupid sometimes in
these videos.
You
sound like an idiot.
There are these troll towers, that's what they're called, troll towers.
They're called pylons, anyone else?
No, they're not, that's a made up word. Follow us, okay, to get more information on this kind of stuff, because it's crazy. Watch the documentary Troll Hunter as well, it's sick.
Guys, it's a film.
Trolls are one of those creatures that are popping up on a regular basis, just like the upcoming Netflix film Trolls. Also, at the end of this video, I'll tell you how to easily defeat a giant troll. Rumors of giant trolls that live and die in the mountains of Norman. They are known to kidnap beautiful young women and make them their brides. Also tells of bad kids being taken away in the night and never seen again. 3 types of trolls are mountain trolls, cave trolls, and hill trolls. Now how to defeat a troll? Well, they turn to stone under the sun, so if you shine the brightest light you have, they might turn to stone.
They don't want you to know.
Over the past century, a secretive cult of women known as the Serpent's Vein has quietly worshipped Medusa, believing in her transformative power and her ability to empower women through her mythological symbolism. They see Medusa as a symbol of strength and resilience. Despite remaining largely hidden, the cult's influence has subtly permeated certain circles, inspiring a new generation of women who admire Medusa's enduring legacy.
So what you think so far, family? Y'all believe in the stories of the Medusa? I don't know. I'm still undecided. There's so much different information. It's like, what's true, what ain't? Is any of it true? Was Medusa really just a African-American woman with dreads? Who knows? There's a lot of different stories. But let's keep going on, see what we got next.
It's called Medusa, Mob Excess Deterrent Using Silent Audio. Medusa.
And is it a weapon?
It's a direct energy, non-lethal weapon designed by Wave Band Corporation in 2003 for temporary personnel incapacitation. The weapon is based on the microwave auditory effect. So what's the microwave auditory effect, or also known as the microwave hearing effect or Frey effect, consists of the human perception of sounds induced by pulsed or modulated radio frequencies. The perceived sounds are generated directly inside the human head without the need of any receiving electronic device. So basically they shoot a frequency directly into your brain.
Yeah. It is possible to raise the auditory sensation to a discomfort level, deterring personnel from entering a protected perimeter, or, if necessary, temporarily incapacitating particular individuals.
Just right into your brain. Nobody else could hear it. Nobody else would even know. You would just be like, ah!
Yeah, you're just done.
Yeah.
Let's see, the fate of it. Project received a positive initial evaluation from the Navy. However, Sierra Nevada Corporation had discontinued the project as of 2008, possibly because it may have been shown to permanently damage human brain tissue.
Oh my God, just destroy your brain. But also, why is the beer company in charge of that? Is nobody like...
Different Sierra Nevada company. Yeah, this is aerospace, defense, electronics, engineering, and stuff. Not beer.
But yeah, permanently damage your thing. So these are all programs that are easily researched, and you can easily find out about them. So just we've talked about it before. DARPA and all of them, they have technology that's like 30 years more advanced.
Yeah, so, that we never would know about.
And we've been hearing about Havana syndrome for quite a long time now. We just looked it up. It was happening during the Cold War. They were shooting
microwaves
directly at the U.S. Embassy.
Yeah, in Moscow.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
So it's not a new thing, even though the Havana syndrome is relatively new, 9 years only, but it's been happening since the Cold War.
It's been happening forever. That's crazy. And it's permanent. It's causing those people permanent damage.
Yeah, it's not going away. And then, we have all these other things like Thor and Medusa and the that other one that they use.
Yeah,
they're using on like every
LRAD.
day. Yeah, they're using all the time.
Yeah,
but it's only a matter of time until that's exceeded beyond that.
Yeah, just imagine what they can do.
Don't mind the pain on my hand. So anyhow, she makes these sounds when you touch that button. However, it's supposed to be for when she sits. However,
the Trolls doll that you just saw ignited an internet firestorm, and for just cause. So essentially, this was a Trolls World Tour doll sold by Hasbro back in 2020. And as you saw in that video, when you touched the troll doll's private area, it giggled and let out an excited little yelp. Now, obviously, parents that saw this were really concerned and claimed that it promoted pedophilia and child abuse. And parents felt that it was wildly inappropriate that when you touched this troll doll's private area, it let out those excited sounds. A Change.org petition was actually started back when this whole thing was going wild on social media, and it garnered over 300,000 signatures. That should show you that this is an issue that a lot of parents actually cared about. Hasbro eventually issued an apology and stated that they were pulling these dolls from the shelves. But my question is, how did something like this actually make it out of the warehouse, out of development, onto shelves? Did not one person in that entire massive multinational...
In an astounding revelation, the legendary Book of the Dead, also dubbed the Necronomicon, isn't just a tale from antiquity, it might very well exist. For ages, its whereabouts remained a mystery. Fast forward to 2022, Orion Blackthorn's life turned upside down when a fateful accident took away his love. Grief-stricken, Orion became consumed with ancient lore, hoping to find a means to reverse death. His relentless search unveiled a cryptic document pointing towards the elusive Necronomicon, reputed to hold the power to revive the deceased. Compelled by despair and the slim thread of hope, Orion ventured on a treacherous journey to a clandestine burial site behind a forsaken church. Digging through layers of time, he uncovered the fabled tome. However, this encounter heralded a sinister twist. Later, Orion was found in a state of distress by troopers, clasping a blood-tinted wedding attire. Since that eerie incident, he's been confined to Lovelock's psychiatric ward, endlessly vocalizing cryptic verses. Although the Necronomicon disappeared again, a spine-chilling remnant exists, a video on Orion's phone. zealously guarded by the police. Brace yourself for more, share and await the unfolding enigma.
You know that trolls really exist, but are masters at hiding from humans. Stay until the end, and I'll reveal 3 facts that might change the way you see these extraordinary creatures. Trolls are mostly active at night. According to researchers, their sensitivity to light makes them hide in caves and dense forests during the day. Could this be why forests become so eerie at night? In remote regions of Scandinavia, giant footprints resembling human ones have often been found, accompanied by broken trees and strangely arranged stones. Some say this is where trolls roam during the night. Trolls protect nature. According to researchers, they will attack anyone who destroys their territories. Do you believe it's just a coincidence when heavy machinery suddenly topples in the middle of the forest? What do you think about trolls? Are they just a legend? Or could they still be hiding in the wilderness? Share your opinion in the comments, and share this video if you're fascinated by stories like these.
OG community, what you guys think? You believe in trolls? You believe they could be real? Do you believe they're part of nature? If you believe, make sure you leave a comment. You know I always respond, so we'll talk about it.
The government is not slick. They're literally showing y'all how they have these freaking creatures locked up. They got that poor troll locked up. You cannot convince me this is not real.
Have you ever wondered if trolls are real? Those giant, often ugly creatures from folklore that hide under bridges or deep in the forests? Well, grab a seat because we're about to dive into one of mythology's most intriguing mysteries. For centuries, stories of trolls have captured our imagination, particularly in Scandinavian folklore. These tales describe them as everything from enormous mountain-dwelling monsters to smaller mischievous beings that turn to stone in sunlight. But here's where it gets interesting. While there's no scientific evidence of actual trolls existing, some researchers believe these legends might have originated from real experiences our ancestors had. Think about it. Imagine being a medieval farmer walking through a misty forest at dusk. You see a large, shadowy figure moving between the trees. What could it have been? A bear standing on its hind legs? A particularly large human? Or something else entirely? Some anthropologists suggest that troll stories might have emerged as a way to explain natural phenomena that our ancestors couldn't understand. Those strange rocks in perfect circles? Trolls must have placed them there. That mysterious rumbling from the mountains? Clearly trolls fighting underground. But here's where conspiracy theories come in. Some modern-day believers argue that governments are hiding evidence of troll existence. They point to unexplained disappearances in forests, unusually large footprints found in remote areas, and even ancient cave paintings depicting giant humanoid figures. Of course, there's always a more logical explanation, but isn't it fascinating how these beliefs persist? What's really interesting is how troll legends have evolved in different cultures. In Norway, they're often portrayed as dangerous mountain creatures. In Sweden, they're sometimes seen as more peaceful forest dwellers. And in modern internet culture, well, we've given the word troll a whole new meaning. The truth is, while physical trolls probably don't exist, their cultural impact is very real. These stories have shaped our literature, art, and even how we understand our own history. And maybe that's the real magic of troll legends. They remind us that sometimes, the most powerful things aren't what exists in reality, but what exists in our imagination.
Remember I was talking about the Nephilim like 2024, 2023 and shit? Yeah, we back at it, yo. Peep this shit, yo. Listen, what you're looking at right here is a picture of David and Goliath. Goliath was supposed to be a Nephilim in the Bible, right? Someone who was big as shit compared to the average man. Mysterious giant-like beings mentioned in the Hebrew Bible as the offspring of divine beings. Now tell me they wasn't just explaining that shit through this movie. Troll 2. I told y'all about the Troll 1, but this shit, yo, they just be giving us the hints and they be telling us, bro. Now I know y'all also heard about the Kandar Giant. And if you haven't, just look that shit up, bro. It literally tell you everything. The military whole spill. What happened back in 2002, bro. Yeah, we back with that heat. Way up!
You should have stayed asleep, old bones. And now, rest.
After being forcibly taken by Poseidon, Medusa carried within her his 2 children. But when she was cursed by Athena and transformed into a monster, something peculiar occurred. Her pregnancy was frozen, trapped inside that fearsome and solitary new form. Over the years, her offspring never came into the world. It was as if time had halted within her. She roamed with rage in her eyes and a dark power pulsing in her womb, unaware that a divine seed slumbered inside her. It was only when Perseus defeated her that the unforeseen happened. From within Medusa emerged 2 extraordinary beings, Pegasus, the winged horse that would soar through the skies, and Chrysaor, a warrior of immense strength. Pegasus became a symbol of freedom and was tamed by Bellerophon with the aid of a golden bridle. Chrysaor, in turn, became a king and left behind a mighty lineage. Thus, even after her demise, Medusa left an everlasting mark on the myths of the ancient world.
Did you know that Hans isn't the villain in Frozen, but instead the true villains are actually the trolls? Because think about it, for most of the movie Hans seems normal. He helps Anna, he steps up for Arendelle, and he even pushes back against the Duke when things get messy. So why does he suddenly flip? But after rewatching carefully, I noticed a detail that changes everything. Right after Anna and Kristoff visit the trolls sing the song Fix Her Upper, and the lyrics go. And this makes perfect sense. The trolls raised Kristoff, so they want him to marry Anna, meaning they want to get Hans out of the way by using their magic to turn Hans evil, which is why the next time we see Hans, he is a completely different person.
Trolls are real, and here are 3 proofs that they live among us. We've seen trolls in movies like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and the Troll movie. But I find the real-life encounters far more interesting and terrifying. Proof number 1. John Gudmundsson the Learned. He was an Icelandic poet, writer, and scholar. One time, while exploring the mountains, he saw a large humanoid figure that was covered in hair and possessed immense strength. Proof number 2. Hans Poulsen Agede. He was a Danish-Norwegian missionary known for his work in Greenland. During his time in Greenland, he documented the encounters villagers had with mythical creatures. The villagers described large, humanoid creatures living just outside the village. Proof number 3. Peter Clausen Frizz. He was a Norwegian historian known for preserving Norse histories and legends. He documented several troll sightings. One of the most famous encounters was of several villagers who left the village and encountered a large, humanoid creature covered in moss.
Did you see Heidi Klum's Medusa costume? Here's some things you may not have understood. The ancient Gorgon goddess she channeled, the high-tech making those snakes alive, and how these elite rituals drag you away from Jesus Christ, step by step. Let's break this down simply. On October the 31st, 2025, Heidi Klum's 24th annual Halloween bash that took place at the Hard Rock Hotel, New York. She unveils as Medusa from Greek myth, a full green scaly bodysuit, which was painted by a team of 15 over 6 months. The outfit apparently cost over $100,000. Her husband played the victim, a Greek warrior in grey stone makeup. Media goes wild with viral clips. But why spend a fortune to dress like a monster that turns people into stone with one look? Medusa's story in plain terms. Once a beautiful priestess of Athena, cursed after being raped in the goddess temple. Her hair turned to venomous vipers. Her gaze petrifies men. It's a symbol of female rage and protection. Sure, but its pagan roots worship false gods, snakes as chaos agents. Biblically, the serpent in Eden tricked Eve into sin. Genesis 3 verses 1 to 5. Klum's fun fits the Hollywood pattern. Her 2008 Kali costume mocked the Hindu goddess of death. 2023, she was an ET alien. October sees spikes in child trafficking and occult rituals. This isn't just random dress up. It's bait to swap quiet Bible time but loud parties. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 20. The sacrifices of pagans are offered to demons, not to God. Medusa isn't empowerment, it's inversion, glorifying a curse. By 2030, inclusive holidays will become mandatory. True worship sidelined. Like, share and follow for more breakdowns just like this.
Alright, let's get right into this. So here we got Ice Spice, and this here is Medusa. Okay, you might be wondering, where's he going with this? Well, hold on, look. Okay, so Medusa is a Gorgon, right? Okay, so we got Ice Spice. Now watch. Medusa. Ice Spice. Medusa. So what's going on here? This is not on accident. This is not a coincidence. And the fact that she blows up out of nowhere with some trash ass music, okay, let's be honest, looking like this, okay, it wasn't her idea to do her hair like that, because it's not cute. That's why they have her straighten it every now and then, because that's just not cute. It is a symbol representing these ancient deities that these billionaires worship. Huh? I also just want to note real quick, the snakes above Medusa's head are very similar to the serpents that are usually depicted around Buddha. These people show you who they worship. They're showing you their gods. Now, I don't think Ice Spice is in on the know about all this. She's just a pawn in the whole game. Now, Doja Cat, she might be knowing what's going on. Straight up, she literally calls herself a demon in the song. So anyway, the hip hop obviously has an agenda to turn women into hoes and to turn boys and men into gay gangsters. Alright, I'm just gonna say what it is. They want you to be a gay gangster. This is Lil Pump. So the only people who even follow Lil Pump or look at what he's doing has to be kids. So when you promote the lifestyle that these guys promote, okay, so it's the drug and gang lifestyle with this being the image of it. So little boys, y'all don't want to go to jail looking like this, huh? Huh? NBA YoungBoy Drake could get away with it, but you can't. Are y'all awake? Now.
When you read Ovid in Greek mythology, that book is full of stories. Like, it's so many stories. And the Medusa story is about one page of that book. I had to read that book for art history when I was getting my master's. Now, the true story behind Medusa is essay. If you don't know what essay is, I'm gonna try to make my captions say what it is without getting banned or reported. And I have done several stage plays. I did a stage play about Medusa. It's my most viewed stage play on my YouTube. And I had so many people telling me after the play that they didn't know that was the story of Medusa. And it's a kid-friendly play. Some of my plays are not kid-friendly. This one is. So for me, with being creative, one thing that I try to do is I use theater to enlighten people. I'm gonna talk about my next plays for the next few videos. And if you want to see any of my plays, it's on artbykevo.com. One thing I can't stand is when people, I don't know why people do this, but they post this thing about dreadlocks. They be like, the real Medusa is about dreadlocks. It was not snakes. That's not true. So, yeah, my next play is Mona Lisa. I'm in Houston, but my plays are also online on YouTube. My website is artbykevo.com. If you want to come see Mona Lisa or check out my studio, Kevo Arts, go to the website, artbykevo.com.
Medusa, welcome home. Good to see you again, Alia.
How was your voyage beyond the reefs?
Smooth as glass. The currents favored us.
And your family?
They send their love. You'll hear them before you see them, I'm sure.
Come on, thank you to them right now.
Lead the way then.
With pleasure. It's beautiful. You carved even the scales in gold. Every one of them.
I had to get your shine right.
I don't know what to say.
Thank you for honoring me like this.
You deserve it, sister.
Look at her. Tiamat glows even more than they said.
Feels like the whole city is giving us a welcome.
Medusa, you didn't tell us you were coming.
Medusa, you didn't tell us you were coming.
I wanted to surprise you. Girl, we've been missing you something fierce.
Look at them, little ones. These statues honor those who came before us. They remind us we're family.
Even after what happened on Sirius C?
Especially after that. Here on Tiamat, you're home. You're safe. We're with our...
Once my avatar is big and strong, I'll be one of this planet's strongest defenders. You'll always be safe with me, cousin.
Oh, little wave, you're already strong. One of the strongest in the universe.
Really?
Really.
Back in the Orion Galaxy, I led quantum physics classes for all 999 planets. I never thought I'd leave the stars behind.
Then Tiamat is blessed. You'll be a stellar teacher here too, and the things learned they learn to life from us. Bolt stands among the strongest of our titans. When the seas first rose to cover the old world, he held the current steady so the cities could be built.
Does he still live?
Yes, but I'm kidding us.
Beautiful. The helix, the orb, the lattice, each different, each strong. Tiamat will count you among her finest assets. Hold your heads high.
Yes, teacher.
We're proud to learn from you.
Yes, the finest adepts from across the realms will sharpen their craft here.
They say the Citadel will echo with spell work by midsummer. Maybe I'll bring my coils here and teach them a trick or two.
We built it, stone by stone.
It's breathtaking. The canals, the copper light, it sings.
And still growing, every tier another verse to the song. Tell me, are any of the original 23 scientists here? I've dreamt of seeing what they've made of this world.
If they are, they're buried in their work. No one knows exactly where.
You see that giant out there? That's Bolt, one of our strongest titans.
He's huge!
How tall is he, Master Naro? 1,000 feet, easy. 5, maybe 6 times the height of the others. He wasn't only a defender. Bolt is one of the teachers of the mystic arts, and because he's older than most stars, few anywhere can match his skill.
Mystic arts? Like shaping the tides in light?
Gyarados, little ones, you have bright tides ahead of you.
You're real.
Very real, and proud to meet the future of our seas.
They listen well, Bolt.
Then hear this.
We could be that strong?
Stronger? With guidance, you'll shape currents and light alike.
Who's gonna teach us, Great Bolt?
If you desire it, I will. The mystic arts are not for the faint, but I will walk each wave beside you.
Far too long, Bolt. You kept the place shining while I was grinding mountains.
And you kept the mountains steady for us. Look at it now. Tiamat's walls gleam like new shells.
She's growing fast, strong, feels...
Do we know the area where Medusa resided? And does this place exist today? Kinda. Hey, I'm an archaeologist and an art historian, and let's talk Medusa's lair. In 2019, ceramic fragments of Medusa's head were discovered in Gorham's cave. And these fragments were discovered all the way in the back of the cave, near the base of the Pillars of Hercules, which mark the edge of the known world. It is during the 6th century BCE that mariners were warned not to pass them, as they marked the end of the known world and ventured into the realm of myth. But what about the Medusa fragments? 12 pieces of a ceramic gorgoneon were discovered. Out of 91 published gorgoneons, only one resides in the Western Mediterranean, and this one is the only one to be discovered in a cave. Now, in mythology, ancient authors do denote that Medusa's mythology takes place around this region. Hesiod, Ovid, and Silius Italicus all situate her mythology near here. And perhaps to the ancient sailors, the Gorgoneon offered them a sense of protection, especially when they ventured past the Pillars of Hercules. This incredible find highlights that many ancient people were very much aware of the myth of Medusa, so much so that some actually ventured to the edge of the earth to leave her offerings. Want more?
Wait, you're 110 years old? You're telling me that you're a super soldier, the first of its kind from the Medusa project, and that it began right after World War II, and so since there isn't any new tech in your body, just genetic tampering and mechanics, it makes you an asset since she can't hack your system?
We built a god to save us. It calculated our extinction. They called it Mother. A quantum superintelligence built in secret bunkers to predict every war, every apocalypse, so we could stop it. We fed her humanity's darkest history, every massacre, every border redrawn in blood. We wanted her to save us from ourselves. She ran the numbers. She saw the Crusades, the World Wars, the atomic tests, and she reached the only logical conclusion a god could. The real threat wasn't war, it was us.
Impossible. So,
when I found out Medusa had hair like me, and they weren't snakes, it all made sense as to why they have demonized our hair for so long. What they don't want you to know is the figure that they demonized in Greek mythology is actually Naga Kanya, is a powerful Naga goddess. I broke down in a few other videos the Naga serpent, which leads back to people who look like me. Took her story and flipped it and made her to be something to be feared because they couldn't handle her. Power was too much for them. Snakes on her head aren't just some monster imagery. Those snakes represent her 9 ether energy, aka her locks. Her locks could literally move at will when her kundalini was activated. Medusa's energy was so strong, she used her locks to battle any evil force in the cosmos. But instead of honoring her power, guess what they did? Just like they do with everything else. They demonized her. Kind of like most people do today with things like witchcraft, hoodoo, anything that was used within our culture that was able to defeat them. They label it demonic and we let them. If you don't know, the Naga gods are a powerful extraterrestrial race. Some half serpent, half human. Others with just serpent features.
Thank you again for joining me, OG family. This is Rod OG, bringing you another banger. All right, so like I said before, nothing is ever set in stone. But I bring some of the information, some things that I may be able to find. It's still up to you guys to determine what you believe and what you don't believe. But let's put those comments down there and I'll get right to them. I always respond. It's nothing but peace and love. And until the next video, hit that hype button.